Simplify. 2 root 5 minus root 3 all divided by 5 root 3 plus 3 root 5. Leaving your answer in the form of a plus b root 15. Solution. We have 2 root 5 minus root 3 divided by what? 5 root 3 plus 3 root 5. Now in this case, the denominator is irrational. So what is the conjugate of the denominator? The conjugate is what? Of denominator, the conjugate of 5 root 3 plus 3 root 5 equals to what? 5 root 3 minus 3 root 5. So this is irrational. So for us to make it rational, we are going to use a conjugate to multiply both numerator and the denominator. So this is equals to 2 root 5 minus root 3 multiplied by what? 5 root 3 minus 3 root 5. Divided by, what are we having here? 5 root 3 plus 3 root 5 multiplied by 5 root 3 minus 3 root 5. The next thing for us to do is to expand the bracket at the numerator. Expanding bracket, we use the first term in the first binomial surd to multiply the whole of this. Now let's multiply. Using this to multiply this, what do we have? 2 times 5, outside multiply outside. Inside square root multiply inside square root. So 2 times 5 we have 10. Then root 5 multiplying root 3 will give us what? Root 15. So we have root 15. Then the next thing to do, the same 2 root 5 we are going to use to multiply this. So we have minus, what are we having here? 2 times 3, what do we have? That is 6. Then root 5 times root 5. What are we having? That is what? That is 5. So here we have minus 6 into 5 as our answer there. So the next one to use, we use the second term, which is minus root 3 to multiply everything here also. Using minus root 3, what are we going to have? Now we have 5 outside. We first write down 1, 5. Root 3 times root 3, what do we have? That is 3. The next thing to do, please take note. Using this to multiply, minus times minus will give us plus. Then we have 3 here. We write that 3 first. Now, root 3 times root 5. What do we have? That will be root 15. All divided by, this is a conjugate of this. This one is also a conjugate of this. Hence, we apply the principle of difference of two squares. That will be what? 5 root 3 squared minus 3 root 5 squared. So in this case, the square we have here, we have fit each expression inside the what? Inside this bracket. Take note of that. Now, for the numerator, what do we have? For the numerator, we now have 10 root 15 minus, what do we have here? 6 times 5, that is 30. So we have minus 30. Then 5 times 3, we have minus 15 there, plus 3 root 15. All divided by what? These two we have fit each expression here. So we have 5 square, then multiplied by root 3 square, minus the same thing, 3 square, then root 5 square. This will be equals to what? Looking at the numerator, we are going to collect the like terms at the numerator. Collecting the like term, what are we going to have? Let's deal with the whole numbers first. So we have minus 30 minus 15. Then looking at the surd part, we have plus 10 root 15 plus 3 root 15 divided by, now simplifying this, 5 squared, that's what? 25. So we have 25 into, these two we go with the square root here, so we have 3. Minus 3 squared, what are we going to have? 9. Then these two we affect this. So root 5 squared will give us 5. Multiplying further. Now we are going to add, for the numerator we are going to add. So minus 30 minus 15 will give us minus 45. 10 root 15. These are like surd because of the fact that they have the same number inside the square root. Hence we can add them together. So how do we add? We add the coefficient. That's 10 plus 3. What do we have? That is 13. So we have 13 root 15. Divided by what? 25 times 3, that is what? 75. Minus 9 times 5, that is what? 45. Divided by minus 45. Okay, we have minus 45 for the numerator first. Minus 45 plus 13 root 15. That's for the numerator. Divided by 75 minus 45. 75 minus 45 will give us what? That is 30. Don't forget, leaving your answer in the form of this. Now we already have 15 inside the square root. We are moving there. So, or we are getting there. So in this case, let's simplify further so that we can have this form. Such that we have A and we have B. What we can do is to split this as a partial fraction. So we have minus 45 divided by 30, then plus 13 divided by 30 root 15. Now we can split this further. Because what we are having here, we have a number that can divide both numerator and denominator. That is for this one, the first term. 15 can divide 45 and 30. 45 divided by 15, we have 3. And 30 divided by 15, we have 2. Plus 13 over 30 root 15. We can see here, this is of the form A plus B root 15. Where what? Where, now comparing this, the first time to the first time, and the one with root 15 with root 15 also. Let's compare. It means that where A equals to what? Minus 3 over 2. And what is the value of B? 13 divided by 30. That is the solution to the problem. Thank you.